Welcome, Taurus. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Keep in mind, this is what I call a personal growth reading, and we're going to take a look at blocks, fears, obstacles, strengths, all of the things, and of course, advice as well. And I'm going to use the Somnia Tarot Illustrated version today, but I do want to. The time frame is end of May to end of June, but I do feel like these are timeless. You'll come across them when you need to. Also, keep in mind, regardless of whether this one resonates or not, it always is a good idea to check your other placements, because this type of reading brings a lot to the table as far as self-healing, self-growth. So personal growth, I guess. That's why we call it a personal growth reading. But it does. There's a lot to it. So let's get started here. Let me give it one more shuffle, please. What do our Taurus need to know? What do our Taurus need to know, please? Okay. 2 cards for blocks. Queen of Swords. Page of Cups. Okay. Obstacles or fears? Queen of Wands. 6 of Cups. Okay. Strengths, please. Emperor. 8 of Swords. I don't know, what you don't see. Hangman. 7 of Wands. Unexpected energy is 5 of Pentacles. Watch that. We're going to have to take a look at that. Challenge. Ace of Wands. Where does this lead? There is something that you're struggling with. But you do the work, good things happen here. Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. There's something here about love for you, and probably a relationship of some sort. Advice. I want to pull an advice card before I move on. Okay. So, yeah, the Ace of Cups being at the bottom of the deck. Now, sometimes these readings are about a particular situation. Usually that bottom of the deck kind of tells us what happened. Now, this is probably something from the past or something you're thinking about. But if it's the past, it could be 10 years ago. It could be yesterday. If it's just to me, like the Ace of Cups being there, I feel like it's about either self-care or about finding love or about encouraging a new relationship. But there's something here about relationships. I feel a little bit about either self-growth or love in general. And I do feel like with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups being in your block, there's that part of this here is that you are not paying attention to the way the Queen of Swords is facing the other way. She's very focused, so she's not paying attention to this Page of Cups, which is your block. It's the non-attention that you're giving to, I feel like, a gift that's coming into you. And you're not paying attention to it, and you're not seeing it. And it's kind of really more of a self-protection block. That's what I'm getting here. So the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Cups are in your fears and obstacles. I feel like these 2 cards go together. I feel like there's someone in your past that was like the Queen of Wands, which could be male or female, but a very, very energetic person. But for some reason, there is a fear about this. And there's something that happened in the past with this person that is making you second guess things or holding you back from moving forward. Now, this is probably a past relationship. That's what I'm kind of feeling and getting, but it's not necessarily. It could be, this could be in the now. We're all going to be a little bit different. But it's definitely like there's something here about you holding on to something that happened in the past. And it had to do with this person that's kind of a very energetic person probably, or a very passionate person. And it's keeping you from seeing, because it is it could be a fear or an obstacle for you. It could either be a fear because you don't want to get into something similar again, or it's an obstacle in the fact that part of why you're not seeing this offer that's coming into you. Now the offer could be subtle too, so you never know. The strengths are the Emperor and the Eight of Swords. I think the Eight of Swords is here because right now it's good. You can't do much about this situation anyway. There's something here that tells me you can't. But also the Emperor is reminding you of how far you've come and how much you've grown, and that you do have control of your own life. And right now, I think it's important, whatever energy, so this Eight of Swords isn't like you're stuck in general. I feel like there is something else taking your energy, right? But maybe not. I mean, but whatever this is, it's positive right now because there's not a lot you can do about it. And maybe Spirit's saying it needs to hold off a little bit anyway. Like this is just something that needs to wait for a little bit. Doesn't mean forever. It just needs that this is a good thing right now, that you're not able to make a maybe go in the wrong direction. Like if you weren't stuck, maybe that this wouldn't be handled correctly. But the Emperor also says that you have that control within you, right? So that's an important piece to this, really important piece to this. So what do you not see? The Hangman with the Seven of Wands. What you're not seeing is that even though you're seeing this situation, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same. There's something probably with a new person or someone that's in your life now that reminds you of someone from the past, and it's scary because you're afraid that it's going to end up like the past. But the Hangman, then what you don't see is it's different. It's different. And the Seven of Wands is something that you need to see as far as you're different. You're different in the respect that you have the ability to really take care of yourself and to know when you are being quote unquote attacked versus when you're getting good stuff coming in. I feel like what you don't see is the growth that you've done, and that this is a different situation now, not because of even though the person is absolutely different, but you're different more importantly. And when you're different, it's not going to end up like the other situation. Now, unexpectedly though, I think you kind of go into I think you realize you're not ready to quite move forward yet. So unexpectedly, I feel like I feel like unexpectedly you realize that you're kind of hiding whatever this is, whether it's hiding your feelings. Yeah, you're hiding because you're not paying attention to that. And I think this comes in as a realization. And you're like, oh, maybe I need to do something. Maybe I need to do X, Y, Z or handle this in a different way. Your challenge, now keep in mind, when I look at challenges, these are not insurmountable. I think fears and obstacles are more, when I look at those cards in those positions, they're the harder ones. Those are the ones that take a lot of work. These are navigation to me. Like this is how to navigate. So when I feel like I see an Ace of Wands in a challenge, there's something here about you not grabbing that passion, and it's challenging for you right now to hold on to that passion and really start something grand. It's just right now, it's a bump in the road. I think it has to do with that Eight of Swords. There's something keeping you from doing this. However, I believe that you want to do this. So that's what I'm getting. So here we have, where does this all lead? We've got the King of Cups with the Sun. So that tells me that you are going to either meet somebody, or you could be the King of Cups being in a much more loving, caring, empathetic space. And once that happens, I feel like the Sun is saying that you're going to see a lot more joy in your life. Even though you probably already have joy to some degree, it's saying that this is going to continue. Well, no, you'll have a new type of joy. I do feel like that, because I feel like this freedom from this past is huge, because once you can let that go, it gives you kind of a freeing feeling. And when we feel free, we're definitely in a much more happier state than we would be if we're not more happier. Correct grammar. Advice here is Three of Pentacles. When you're working with people around you, whether it's in a relationship, love, family, work, environment, whatever it is, this is good advice. See what others are bringing to the table. See their positive contributions to the relationship, to the team at work, to the family. And I feel like it's once you kind of can really dig in to see some contributions, what someone can contribute to a relationship, or to, starting something new, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, I think that it will lighten the load, so to speak, and allow you to really move into this joyful place, and a very loving place, by the way. And it's kind of carefree, because the King of Cups is also very carefree. His throne is on water, so he kind of just goes where the tide takes him. And it's going to really bring you a lot of joy once you kind of release some of these things that are happening. So there you have it, Taurus. I hope this resonated. Please let me know if it did. Hit the like button, give me a comment, all the wonderful things. Appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.